The Italian Mafia used to be an unconquerable fortress in the murky underworld of organized crime. They wielded control and impact over unlawful ventures for many years. A young black man ultimately destroyed their power by engulfing them in a web of secrecy and deceit. Overcoming challenges that were insurmountable at first, Frank Lucas succeeded and made history with his name. Lucas fought against the Mafia's control with burning resolve in his eyes as he navigated the criminal underworld. No boundaries could contain his genius mind. His daring strategies and courageous deeds in fighting against the established forces amazed the world. The amazing true narrative of how one man's perseverance and drive wrought destruction on the Italian Mafia forever, organized crime changed its appearance. Humble beginnings did not stop Frank Lucas from breaking up the Italian Mafia's monopoly. In the southern United States, his family was unpretentious, and he was born into it. During his childhood, he experienced the difficult truths of racism, financial disadvantage, and restricted possibilities. Lucas, when he was young, searched for a means to escape the struggles that encompassed him. He found himself unfortunately immersed in the world of crime. He began with small-scale activities and got involved in minor misconduct and street hustling. Regardless, he quickly recognized that the domain of drug trafficking offered greater chances for profit and power. Lucas started dealing drugs. Operating in a predominantly white criminal landscape as a black man offered him numerous challenges. Even with the constant obstacles of racism and prejudice, Lucas remained determined. A strong business sense and clever mind made him successful. He was enabled to steer through the dangerous regions of delinquent society. With each progress Lucas made, he mounted the ladder of illicit success. He forged links with prominent personalities, both within his community and beyond. Accessing a network of drug producers in Southeast Asia required his determination and resourcefulness. He excluded the intermediaries who were subject to control by the Italian Mafia. Frank Lucas began his drug career and sought to create his own empire to challenge the Italian Mafia's hold on the market. He was resolved to become the drug trade leader in New York City. Lucas's exceptional insight and astute intellect distinguished him from other criminals. Lucas knew that challenging the Mafia's hold on the market required offering a superior product at a more reasonable price. Determined to succeed, he persisted with great effort. By doing something highly hazardous and inventive, he was able to attain this. In lieu of working with the Mafia-controlled drug smuggling networks, he elected to establish direct relationships with drug producers in Southeast Asia. Lucas implemented stringent monitoring of his movements to further safeguard his realm. He highlighted the significance of possessing self-control, dedication, and loyalty to his business tenets. His company operated smoothly as he surrounded himself with trustworthy individuals. The authorities took note of Lucas's rise, as they understood that great responsibility accompanies great power. His empire's expansion fueled their determination to bring him down. A dramatic showdown was imminent between Lucas and the people who wanted to destroy his drug empire. This duel would finally bring about Lucas's downfall. Challenging the Italian Mafia's hegemony marked a pivotal moment in Frank Lucas's climb to power in the criminal world. This maneuver shifted the power balance within the criminal underworld. He came up with a number of strategies that would appeal to the Mafia's clients while reducing their power. The accomplishments of Lucas's distribution network made his competitors feel jealous. His streamlined operation for moving and distributing drugs was established by relying on trustworthy contacts. He intentionally targeted Mafia bases, gradually weakening their dominance and reducing their customer base, neighborhood by neighborhood. By receiving effective word-of-mouth advertisements about their efficiency and affordability, Lucas's drugs have gained extensive support. As Lucas's opposition to the Mafia escalated, violent confrontations between the two factions became unavoidable. The established power and the new underdog fought fiercely over territory as the struggle escalated, with both sides becoming increasingly ruthless. The situation rapidly worsened. The powerful Mafia was confronted by Lucas, who showed determination and bravery. Because Lucas was brazen and produced a better product at cheaper prices, the Mafia's hold on the drug market weakened. The drug market experienced a significant impact due to Lucas's actions. Their monopoly's weaknesses became more apparent, and their power declined. By being persistently determined to disrupt the criminal underground, Lucas permanently changed the Italian Mafia's control. he introduced a new epoch of contestation and volatility. Lucas's business drew increased scrutiny from the authorities following its expansion. He may collapse due to his continuous pursuit of justice and the need to eradicate his narcotics business. The story of Lucas, who won against the mafia's monopoly, continues to live in the history of crime. The larger and stronger Frank Lucas's drug business became, the more his reputation as a major player in the criminal underworld soared. His daring initiatives and atypical strategies made both his opponents and him notice and appreciate him. The ability of Lucas to supply better quality drugs at lower rates shook up the traditional distribution networks maintained by the Italian Mafia. Blue magic became a popular term for the extra strong Southeast Asian heroin that Lucas was selling directly and spread quickly. Many customers were attracted to his product due to its effective reputation and low pricing. The growth in demand directly menaced the power structure and bottom line of the mafia. The authorities took notice of Lucas as he became more infamous. His criminal enterprise's scope is now better understood by the authorities. They escalated their movement to topple him and ruin his realm. Lucas's life started to involve more conflicts of violence and power. In response to his rule, other gangs emerged and frequently fought his group in violent conflicts. Lucas did not easily retreat from protecting his sovereignty. Destruction and anarchy followed him as a legacy upon his departure. Lucas gained notoriety in the media due to his bold climb to power, earning him the moniker Superfly of the heroin trade. His extravagant preferences only added to his appeal, as exemplified by his fleet of fancy vehicles, expansive property, and flashy clothing. Their interest in his adventures grew as they learned more about them through the media. Nevertheless, with fame comes a lot of scrutiny. Law enforcement agencies closed in on Lucas, causing his empire to fall apart. Federal agents collaborated on assembling a task force. Eventually, they gathered enough proof to apprehend him and dismantle his narcotics operation. Frank Lucas's memory will live on due to his contributions to the criminal world. His boldness and financial expertise disrupted the most deeply entrenched criminal organizations. By taking on the Italian Mafia, he accomplished this. What makes his life so motivational is that it shows that no matter how difficult the challenges may seem, with the right mindset of hard work and drive, anything can be accomplished. Despite his disgrace, Frank Lucas's impact remains nuanced and extensive. By boldly challenging the Italian Mafia's domination of the drug trade, he illustrated that change can occur within the criminal underworld. The demonstration illustrated that change was possible even in a tightly controlled and hazardous setting. He displayed how even the most powerful criminal organizations can be seriously threatened by a single, focused man. Audiences are drawn to Lucas's account as a vivid example of the aftermath that results from pursuing illicit actions, making it an instructive cautionary tale. It operates as a sign of the aftermath of an individual's deeds. His rise and fall serve as a reminder of how precarious leadership is and the potential consequences of actions. Frank Lucas's account demonstrates how broader systematic problems, such as racial disparities and cultural influences, can contribute to a life of crime, highlighting their significance. It reveals the complicated interaction between factors that contribute to criminal behavior. The attractiveness of non-traditional routes to achievement and his story of overcoming trials are highlighted. Despite being immoral and potentially dangerous, Lucas's actions reveal the ambiguity of human motivations, which his story illustrates. One can see the complexity of accurately distinguishing right from wrong. We're constantly reminded that the actions of one person can have far-reaching effects and great ambitions. The direction of history could be forever changed by these actions. The young black guy who challenged and disturbed the Italian Mafia's stranglehold, Frank Lucas, will always be a part of criminal history. By taking bold initiatives and using unorthodox techniques, he completely overturned the prevailing system, illustrating how one determined person can disrupt even the most influential criminal syndicates. Law enforcement orchestrated his arrest and subsequent demise, but his story remains intriguing. Instructively, Frank Lucas's legacy sheds light on systemic problems. It underscores the complexities of the motives and results that arise from gaining recognition in the criminal underworld. So we hope you like our video. Then do share and subscribe to our new channel. Hit the bell icon for more videos.